Now it seems to me that there is a correlation here between Mary's looking for Jesus and our looking for Jesus. We may have been searching for a long time for questions that we have. We may have been searching to come to grips with the resurrection story. After all, it's quite incredible, yes?
Amen.
Now we may be searching for the answers to many questions that we have that don't seem to have any answers, or we may be questioning the things that have been skewed in life. Now, many who are considered on the margins of the church, or even outside of the church, they do this searching all the time. And Jesus asks each one of us, who are you looking for? Who are you looking for? What is it that you seek? We look for Jesus as we want. We look for the Jesus that we think we want. And what we think Jesus looks like. Now, maybe, not maybe, but Mary was searching for a dead Jesus. And I wonder how many of us go searching for the dead things in life.
All right.
We're looking in the wrong places. We know that Jesus is risen this morning. Now we may bring all of our stuff with us to this blessed day. Searching for Jesus. Looking for Him only as we see. Only as we understand. Now this, however, is a very limited thing. Amen? It's limited.
All right.
Because God is much bigger than what we can think. God is much bigger than the box that we have put God in. God is bigger than that. The good news is that we can relate to the searching. Now, if you haven't been searching, I'm going to tell you that it's important that we search, and it's important that we have questions. That's a good thing. But the thing is, it's not as if we have found Jesus and bottled Him up and put Jesus in a box and take Him out every time we need something.
All right.
Like Mary, we are consistently surprised about Jesus appearing to us. So how does this relate to those who want to understand this faith business? Or who at least want to try? Maybe we don't totally understand that just a few days ago on Good Friday, when the weeping began and the searching began for answers, that we thought everything was lost. The day when Jesus was crucified, and now 3 days later, we come here to celebrate. In other words, we go through the trials, and we come through with the resurrection or the renewal of life. We've come to celebrate something more than a tradition, saints.
Amen.
The resurrection certainly is good news, but it must answer that faithful question of a skeptical generation.
Yes, sir.
So what? So what? What implications does this have for us? Especially in light of our questions for today. Why are you weeping, and for whom do you seek? Now, we all have times when we cry, or we want to cry, amen? Amen. Now, I recently said something that crying is good for you because it is healing. Crying is good for us because it is healing. And this is very true. There's a physiological thing that happens when we cry. So if you're one of those tough guys or tough gals that say, oh, I don't cry, well, I'm sad for you. Because crying is healing.
Amen.
even if you don't want to admit it. Now you may be here this morning without even realizing that you've been seeking or you're seeking something, and that something is the resurrection. It is the most relevant thing that has transformed history into eternity. Now we have many reasons for weeping in our life. Mary was weeping because she thought she lost Jesus. The resurrection reminds me that we are called beyond this life to something that the grave cannot hold. The grave has an exit, and it is not the final stop, and it is not a hopeless end.
Amen.